What's up, guys, and welcome to something a little different, a quick hot take on an anime that I recently watched. And I know it has been a while, and best be sure the Ruby video is coming. But for now, let's do this instead, okay? I need a break. So I was browsing through Netflix with my lady, and we typically try to find new shows to watch every now and then. So imagine my surprise when she cues up Sirius the Jaeger, this weird anime that recently came out. And I'll be honest, guys, right off the bat, I wasn't too thrilled about this show because I read the description and basically caught vampires and werewolves out of it. Now, my lady previously made me watch a marathon of the Twilight movies back to back, so I suspected she was trying to get me into this craze genre, and it's not really my cup of tea. I'll be honest. I'm more of a 30 days a night kind of guy. But hey, before I spoil anything about this anime, I'll tell you right now. If you enjoy fights so smooth and fast-paced they look like buttered lightning, and a storyline basic enough that your 7-year-old could figure out the twist by episode 3, this is definitely a show for you. Without further ado, here is my hot take of Sirius the Jaeger. So, like I said earlier, this series has some pretty damn good fight scenes, most of which are right up there with Bleach, Naruto, or My Hero Academia. Whenever the budget randomly kicks in, you know how you can kind of tell when the animation gets like significantly better. Except with this show, it's every fight. So right off the bat, the fight scenes get a big 10 out of 10 from me. I loved it. The plot is paper thin. A group of vampire hunters known as Jaegers are pursuing and killing vampires. The vampires are secretly ridden with a new blood virus that is killing them off in droves. The vampires seek to obtain something known as the Ark, which is a fabled artifact that is rumored to be able to do pretty much anything and everything. The vampire leaders intend to use the Ark to cure themselves of this blood virus, allegedly. The Jaegers catch wind of their plot, and luckily for them, the main character happens to know exactly where the Ark is sealed and how to unseal it. Cool? Good. In my opinion, the first few episodes were interesting, but near the end, when the big plot twist was introduced, well, it was just straight up not interesting, and even my lady, who might not enjoy anime as much as I do, thought it was interesting for the first half, and then didn't care much for the rest of it, especially the end. I'll give the plot a 2 out of 10 for being almost non-existent and straight up obvious. Now the characters don't really get a free pass, honestly. In anime, there are typical tropes that you expect to see, which is fine, but usually the characters serve some sort of purpose. In this case, they really don't serve any purpose other than just being that trope. So I'm going to go down the list of characters real quick. I'm going to stick with mostly the main characters because I don't want to go through every single one. So there's this guy, Willard, and he is the old pseudo-leader that has in-depth knowledge about the cause of everyone's dilemma, but no solution. He is rarely seen doing anything of significance other than gathering information from a bar, and he does, at the end, it's revealed that he knows everything. So, but he doesn't tell anybody until the very last minute, which is whatever. Or Thadaya, or whatever her name is, she's the right hand and firearms expert. She is Spanish and always dresses like she's clubbing on a Friday night. Like, seriously, guys, always. This is her one outfit. There's no change whatsoever. Fallon is a giant buff guy, and he doesn't do anything other than talk about food, okay? Philip is a 14-year-old androgynous Yao fuel for this series, and best believe he hates the main character, and that's all that he is. The main character is Yuli, who is a werewolf and the only person left alive that can unlock the Ark. Obvious main character, whatever the hell. His personality is virtually non-existent, other than like an Aaron-esque drive to eliminate all vampires in existence for revenge. So those are the protagonists, those are the heroes of the story. That's the depth that we get. But, guess what? I have trouble figuring out exactly what all of these characters do. While watching this series, I noticed that 95% of the fighting and legwork is done by Yuli, and the other Jaegers rarely ever show up, but when they do, they seem horribly inefficient compared to Yuli. I mean, you get this badass fight scene of Yuli fighting off a bunch of vampires solo, doing these epic fight moves with his unique weapon and all this stuff, and it's like, whoa, I can't wait to see what the other characters do, because there's more than one Jaeger. And then they just all pull out shotguns, and you're like, oh. I mean, that's like what they do. Like, I get that Philip had a tragedy happen to him. His family was killed by werewolves. But does that qualify him to fight vampires, superhuman vampires? Why? In what context? In the whole series, he does literally nothing. None of these people do anything. They even show up at the end and they, like, go the wrong way. And they they literally do nothing. In fact, the leader, the old science guy, literally tries to kill a vampire with a pistol and he gets absolutely destroyed. What purpose do the Jaegers serve? I mean, really. Yuli basically solos the plot by himself, which in my opinion is pretty damn weak. And then there's this chick. Her name is Ryoko, and she is just goo goo eyes for Yuli, right? And she has no special abilities or fighting experience fighting anything. But they really push that she's super good with a sword because her dad makes her do it. But like, she literally stalks him and puts her and her family in serious danger, even after the existence of the vampires is revealed to her and everybody tells her, hey, stay away, it's dangerous, all because she wants to follow Yuli. She serves no purpose whatsoever and is basically a Sakura character. This anime was like trademark basic tropes. They even have the hot, evil older brother that isn't actually evil, the annoying love interest who serves no purpose, the main villain who is actually going to screw over all the other villains, don't tell anybody, two young, annoying, evil vampire twins who rave about wanting to play with people, and it's like, geez. I might be weird, okay, but I watch shows and anime because I like the plot. If the plot is genuinely good, I can get invested in one side of the story, whether good or bad, and I want to see what happens. With this one, I knew what was going to happen, and it was depressing, because the fight scenes are so good, but everything else is so bad. It's like this weird combination of yin and yang. So if you got Netflix on a rainy day, queue up the first episode. You'll probably be pretty invested in it, just like I was. But I guarantee once you zip halfway through, it's just a dumb plot. Sirius the Jaeger, I'll give it a solid 5 out of 10 overall. I give it a 4 out of 10 for unoriginality when they named the werewolf village Dogville. But I'm sticking with this. Now, you guys might not like videos like this, but I'm pretty burnt out on all the Ruby stuff. I still love it, still plan to make videos, but I gotta try and watch some things that don't piss me off, So this is gonna be just me branching off a little bit, okay? Don't be too mad. Don't be too mad. I'm just dipping my toes in the water. I'm just trying something new, okay? And I haven't really decided if I'm gonna just end up doing more gameplay in the background, because it's so much easier than just throwing up a picture every now and then when I can just throw up this random piece of gameplay and just have that be there the whole time. Till next time, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want more, or, just let me know what kind of content you want. I'm still going to do all those other videos I said I was going to do. I'm just working backwards right now. Okay, chill. Bye.